Okay, I'll do that again, you guys, because my microphone was off again. We don't want to repeat what I did last Sunday. So welcome. I think the microphone is on now. I see that it's working. I was suggesting if you wanted to listen to a playlist, you can go by account, and it's Joe Komar. And you're welcome to pick any of the Fit or Flow playlist. If you prefer not to have music, then just set your volume and we'll get started in about a minute. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and start in child's pose. Onto your knees, spread them mat width apart. And take your bum back to your heels with your arms stretched out in front of you. Again, welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well on a Friday morning / afternoon, depending on when you're practicing. As you get settled in your child's pose, soften your forehead into the mat, and then take your right cross underneath your left armpit, and turn a cheek so the right side of your face is coming down onto the ground. And let your hips slide back as far as they'll go. You can feel this in your shoulder, obviously, in any dependencies in your neck. And cross your whole back. As you let it settle, you might feel a little bit more. And let's slide the right arm back out, reach it forward to switch. Left arm across the mat underneath your right armpit. And then turn a cheek. And the hips settling back. It's okay if they're lifted a little bit, but let them settle back as far as they'll go. And meet this feeling in your shoulder and across your back. It's like thread the needle for the arms. Nice. Slide your left arm back out, reach it forward. And then rise up. Inhale, all fours, tabletop. Bring your knees all the way together in your tabletop, please. And keep your arms straight with your hands flat. And go ahead and bump your hips out to the left as far as they'll go. And then move your head out to the right. You can even turn your gaze back over your right shoulder. You should find that there's familiarity. If you're practicing with me all week long, week by week, you'd be like, oh, I remember doing this. So there's some familiarity, and yet always introducing new transitions. And then, of course, the common thread, always connecting back to our breath. So come to center. Knees together, and then swing your hips out to the right. Arms stay straight, and then you can take a peek over your left shoulder. Start to toggle into your breath. Feel those obliques. You might be a little sore in the sides of your belly today. It could have been yesterday. I don't know. It could have been Wednesday. Well, it's got to be one if you're sore today. Great. Come back to center. And with your inhale, spread your fingers, tuck your toes. Exhale, lead with your tailbone. Come back into your downward facing dog. And draw the lines of your breath into your downward facing dog. Outer hips back, inner thighs up. Firm your belly in. You get a lot of questions about the proper length in the downward facing dog, where your hands are supposed to be, where your feet are supposed to be. And so to check that, inhale, come forward to a high plank. And your shoulders should land over or just behind your wrists. Like mine are a little bit too far. And so take your feet back or adjust your feet forward. And then keep your hands where they are, keep your feet where they are. Lead with your tailbone and exhale. And come back into your down dog, the inverted V shape. And so that with, if you've even adjusted just an inch or two and with your feet, and you'll find that it feels different now. Work your outer hips back. Inner thighs up. And firm your belly in. And ground down into your hands. And let's connect breath with your lips sealed. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. And 3 breaths, 18 seconds will change all of our lives. 3 breaths. Okay, and you're feeling, and then not only are you feeling in these sensations, feeling your thoughts, but you're also breathing into your feelings. And so it's nice taking that step. Bring your big toes together. And then walk your feet all the way up to the top of your mat. Big toes touch. And let your head hang heavy. Grab opposite elbows. And chin to your chest. And from the back of the heels to the back of the neck. Notice how you can really fill up here on your inhalation. And relax the muscles on your face. Even close your eyes in balance through the exhalation. And release your elbows, hands down onto the ground. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine, draw your heart. And then exhale, forward fold. 2 more like that. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. If you can, keep your hands on the ground. Inhale, lift halfway, work in that closed circuit. And then exhale, forward fold. And to rise, inhale, stand up, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart, tailbone down, firm your belly in. Have a great practice, everyone. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, flow. Inhale, lift halfway, pull your heart out. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back into a high plank. And connect to your plank, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway, hover there in chaturanga. And take a breath in. And exhale, lower down onto your chest. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower the chest down, ground the tops of the. And now inhale, cobra, use your hands, draw your chest a little higher, elbows in. And exhale, bring your chest back down to the ground. One more, inhale, cobra, elbows in, feel the hands, shoulders down away from the ears. And exhale, lower your chest down, tuck your toes, lift your knees, push up, high plank, and lead with your tailbone, come back into your downward facing dog. And so if the tailbone's not leading in that transition, you might be holding and putting too much weight into your shoulders. And that way you're using your inner thighs, taking the weight out of your shoulders, outer hips back, inner thighs up, firm your belly in your down dog. And bring your big toes together. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, exhale, take 2 steps to the top. Inhale to lift halfway. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, flow, hands to the ground. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the palms, step back into your high plank, high push-up. Together, take an inhale. And strong belly, exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, lengthen and lift. Feel your up dog. And exhale, we get it going. Tailbone back, downward facing dog. And feel the breath create the buoyancy, the float, and the energy, and where you can receive. And so yes, you'll give in through breath the strength of the body. But then to receive, you say receive the balance in your experience. And big toes together, lift your heels up. Bend your knees, exhale, walk or little hop to the top. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart, belly in. Nice pace. Inhale, arms up, find your rhythm. Exhale, flow, hands to the mat, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, step or jump back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. And then back downward dog. Lead with your tail. And connect to the awareness in your upper back. And spread your fingertips and feel your fingertips grab the mat. And then the left foot down, inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale to kick back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, step through, step forward, belly comes in. Top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, dive. And stand up, inhale, rise, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Loosen your low back, inhale, arms up, engage your thighs. Exhale, flow, hands to the mat, fold. Listen, inhale, lift halfway. Left foot back into a lunge, big step. And feel your legs strong. Pull your knees away from each other. Press down into your feet. And then feel the lightness, breath into your chest. And as you draw that floor into the base of your pelvis, and feel the lift of the breath into your heart center. And take your left hand down to the ground, reach your right arm up to twist, and your right wrist stacks on top of your left. Turn your gaze to the right. And putting less weight down into your left hand. More awareness into your upper back, feeling your outer hips, any tightness, breathe into it. And bring your gaze and right hand to the ground. Keep that back knee lifted, straighten your front leg. Any amount, crawl your hands back ever so slightly. Pull your heart forward, inhale. Ooh, exhale, fold, forehead to your knee. Two more, use the arms. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold, forehead to your knee. One more, inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold, forehead to your knee. Stay here, breathe into the belly of your hamstring. All right, warming up, deepening your breath. Slow exhale, hands set flat. Inhale, right leg kicks back and up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, open your right hip, curl your heel into your bum. You can keep your left heel heavy and come down onto your left forearm. And support with your right hand. As you lift and lengthen, right leg to the sky. And breathe into the top of your right thigh. And slide your gaze forward, come back up, three-legged down dog, right leg straight and strong. And step back into your down dog. So your right foot becomes your anchor. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Left elbow, connect to your belly. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, step through, step forward. Use your core, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, pull the heart out. And exhale, dive, forward fold. Take it up, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart, strong legs, tailbone down. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, flow, hands to the mat, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, listen. Right foot back, big step to lunge. And soft landing, bend your front leg, pull your knees away from each other. And feel your feet, float your arms by your sides. And firm foundation creates the buoyancy, the lightness, and then you'll feel the breath traveling with less resistance. And certainly, no need to clench in the posture with your mind or grip the posture with your body. And feel it. You can expand 2 points. Right hand down to the ground, left arm reaches up, like from your right wrist to your left wrist. And breathe in between those 2 points. And hips square, gaze can turn. And there's an ease to your neck. Right? If you're all tense in your shoulders, keep your gaze down. And feel as your practice is to expand the space between 2 points and then fill up with your breath. And bring your gaze and left hand down. Back leg stays strong, straighten your front leg out. Crawl your hands back so your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold forehead to your knee. Again, inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold forehead into your knee. One more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forehead to your knee, stay here. And feel it. If you slide your chest down and pull your tailbone up, keep your belly in and set your hands flat as you exhale. Slide your left foot back. Inhale, kick it up, three-legged dog. And should feel light. Open your left hip, curl your heel into your bum. Now your right leg, and become strong, connected to your core. Softly bring your right elbow down onto the mat. And left hand supports you. We're not putting any weight down into your right shoulder. We're lifting out of that shoulder. And there's space at the sides of your neck. And the breath is still flowing. Right? Sure, your heart rate goes up a little bit. And slow down your exhale. You come back, three-legged dog. Left leg kicks back. And step back into your down dog and take your feet in so they're as wide as your mat. And keep your feet where they are. Crawl your hands forward 6 inches. And then draw your inner thighs back. As you press your heels down, press your feet into the ground. And then try to pull your feet away from each other so the feet don't actually move. But it's going to turn on the activation of your outer hip flexors. Hands stay, elbows in. Bring your feet together, big toes touch. Okay, now you'll feel lighter. Lift your heels up. Bend your knees. Exhale, walk or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms up. Bend your legs, sit your bum back and down in chair pose. So the chair pose and should be shifting and changing. Your body's developing more space, hands to your heart, and less tethered in that dependency, even though it's all connected. Left elbow outside your right thigh. And palms in front of your heart, thumbs close to your chest. And keep your head up. And keep working to bend your legs until one day eventually your thighs are parallel to the floor. And come back to your center, feel your feet. Inhale, rise, stand up, hands in front of your heart. And put all the weight down into your right foot, lift your left knee in front of you. And balance and stand on your right leg, left hand outside your, or right hand outside your left thigh, left hand to your low back. And draw your chest up, roll your shoulders down, and then turn your gaze to the left. And feeling great in your breath, open your arms. You're in a T-twist. If you're good at twisting, from fingertip to fingertip, and from your right heel to the crown of your head. And come back to center, reach your arms up, And exhale, put your left foot down, lift your right knee up in front of you, and eagle wrap your right leg over your left thigh. And bring your right arm under your left arm, Garudasana. And slide your elbows up as you hug your inner thighs together. And draw your tailbone under as you pull your ribs in. And breathe as you create the resistance and with the bind. So binds create resistance. Obviously more challenging to breathe into the resistance. And so if you're a very open, bendy, flexible person, a bind is going to give you a containment within the vessel of your body. Breathe into it. Any feeling where you don't normally feel, lift your right knee, stand up, and step your right foot down. Release your arms by your sides. Awesome. Inhale, arms up, reach. Exhale, bend your legs, sit back and down into your chair. And feel your chair. No weight in your low back, hands to your heart. Feet ground, twist. Right elbow outside your left thigh. And thumbs draw closely into your heart center. And the closer the thumbs into your sternum, the wider you are through your upper back, and then rotate through your rib cage. You should feel your thighs working and come back to center and stand up, hands in front of your heart. Weight into your left foot, draw your right knee up in front of you. Breathe, keep that flow going as you stand on one leg. It's exhilarating. Left hand outside your right thigh, right hand to your lower back. You lift up through your chest, roll the shoulders down, and then you can stand in your twist with the option to add the T arms, back, left arm forward. Your hips keep pointing forward, so I'm not turning the pelvis. Slowly come back to center, reach your arms up, and place your right foot down. Feel the weight distribution change. Right foot down, eagle wrap, your left leg over your right leg, and left arm comes under, Garudasana. And draw into your midline in the front, and then expand it across your back. You may notice that this pose is opening. And you work it deeper in through your breath. Feel the squeeze of the inner thighs as you exhale. Excellent. Stand up, lift your left knee in front, and step down, arms by your sides. Like a new body, you guys. Big toes together. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, flow, hands to the ground, fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant step, light hop, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, arms up. Pull your knees away from each other. Interlace your fingers, release the index, and squeeze the elbows in, biceps around your ears. And feel it lift through the trunk of your torso. And take your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. And prayer twist with your lunge. And the ball of your back foot is grounded, kick through your heel. And feel your front heel. Inhale to rise, reach your arms back up. And exhale, warrior two, pivot your back heel down, lunge. Inhale, reverse your warrior two. And exhale, windmill your hands down. Plant the hands, back heel pivots high, kick back, three-legged dog. And flow elbows in, chaturanga, right foot down, inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot all the way through. Knees spread apart. Inhale, rise, arms up. Interlace the fingers on top. Turn your elbows in, biceps around your ears. Nice, drawn through the trunk in your breath, and then twist right elbow outside your left thigh. And feel your right leg working just as much, and so you're not dumping all the weight down into your front leg through your elbow. And feel your front heel firm. A lightness in your chest. Inhale, rise, come back up, arms reach. Exhale, warrior two, smooth transition, lunge. Inhale, reverse your warrior two, reach up and back. And exhale, windmill your hands down. Plant, pivot your back heel high, kick back, three-legged dog. And flow, elbows in, chaturanga, feet down, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Big toes meet, inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, two big steps to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Hands behind your low back, interlace your fingers. And draw your chin down. Roll your knuckles up. And take these breaths deep here like you're doing Utkatasana. That much strength in your legs. And feel the seam, inner thighs. Draw your belly in and up. Great. Now bend your legs, release your grip. Do Utkatasana. Sweep the ground, reach your arms up. Take a breath in together. Exhale, rise. Cactus your arms, belly in, open your chest, lift your chin. Awesome. Inhale, reach up, look forward. And exhale, bow, hands to the mat, fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the hands. You can step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, arms up, crescent. Exhale, warrior two, lunge. Inhale, reverse your warrior back. Exhale, windmill your hands, pivot, kick back, three-legged dog, flow, chaturanga, elbows in, up dog, inhale. Inner thighs back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step all the way through. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Exhale, warrior two, lunge. Inhale to reverse your warrior two. Exhale, windmill your hands, plant, back heel high, kick back, three-legged dog. And flow, elbows in, chaturanga, feet down, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel the outer hips back. And draw the inner thighs up. And firm your belly in. Keep that belly in. And come forward to a high plank. Shoulders should be above or just behind your wrists. A nice little flutter. Beat of your heart. Start to bend your arms. Lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chest down, untuck your toes. Keep your hands where they are. Keep your knees on the ground. Lift your tailbone up and create an arch with your low spine. Okay, so your gaze remains down. Your tailbone is lifting up. You're creating an arch with your low spine. And keep your elbows in. Feel that in your low belly. And then all you do is lead with your tailbone. Press the mat away. And take your hips all the way back to your heels, child's pose. Let your neck release, bring your forehead down onto the mat. And with your inhale, rise up, all fours. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands, keep your left knee on the ground, slide your left knee back. Take a deeper breath, walk your hands up to your right thigh. And feel if your hips can go down, okay, but not at the expense of your low back. So keep your belly in. Anjaneyasana, inhale, arms up. And feel yourself grab the mat underneath your right heel, and then roll your heart up, belly in, and begin to arch the line of your spine. And as you twist your pinky fingers in, thumbs out. And take your breath. On your exhale, bring your gaze and hands to the mat. And so one hand on each side, pull your hips back. And then your right arm from the outside of your right leg, reach it behind your knee, and take your right fingertips onto your left bicep. And so you're in the half splits with your right forearm behind your right knee, holding onto your left bicep. Ooh, start to pull the back of the knee down into the forearm. And draw your belly in, feel this sensation. All the while, connect to your belly, keep breathing. And slide your right hand out, come forward to lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift off your back knee, and you should feel like you're really long in this lunge. Play in that space, right knee on top of the heel. Left leg straight and strong, float the arms back by your sides. And take your chest down a little bit lower. Awesome, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, take your hands back to the mat, slide your right foot back, kick it up, three-legged dog. Open your right hip, pivot to the outer edge of your left foot. Right foot steps behind, flip your dog, rock star, left leg is straight. Gaze to your left hand and reach your right arm all the way over. So I'm using the right foot to lift the hips, avoid over-rotating your bottom shoulder, and then create that crescent moon shape like the one you saw last night or this morning in the sky. Use the tiniest little sliver of a crescent moon last night. And dip your hips, bring your gaze and right hand back around, and then pivot square into your plank high push-up. Take an inhale. And draw your belly in, flow, exhale, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders back. Inner thighs, exhale, downward facing dog. Feel your right side from your right fingertips all the way back to your right heel. If that pulls you into your heart, great. And if that beads you up with a little sweat, great. Let it draw you in closer and more connected. On your exhale, come down to your knees, please. And step your left foot forward in between your hands. So we're going to go with a low lunge from the ground, right knee down. Hands come up to your left thigh, elbows in, shoulders down. And remember, you're feeling it, and then you're breathing into the sensation. Feeling. You're breathing with the thoughts. Inhale, arms up. The front heel guides you, and so you're out of your low back. You turned in the hips square. And with your belly in, create the back bend, draw your wrist back, and the gaze can come up. Breathe into it. Nice, we're getting there. Bring your belly in, gaze and hands down, and frame your left foot. And take your left arm behind your left knee, reach it across, fingertips onto your bicep. And then draw your hips back. And so you're in the half splits. And with your left forearm tucked behind your left knee. And your hand is on your right bicep. And draw your belly in. And then you can start to play. And with the back of your left knee pulling down into your forearm. And you should get a sweet sensation right into your hamstring muscles. You notice how your breath is nice and balanced, even inhales, even exhales. And come forward back into your lunge, left hand to the mat. Tuck your back toes. Okay, how did that happen? You're in such a longer lunge at this point. You bring the pelvis forward, left knee over your heel. You can do it. Float your arms by your sides. We've drawn ourselves out. Now the challenge, like any plank, is to get back to your middle. Right? Isn't that what we're talking about in life? And when we're thrown off of our center, is to practice our way back to our center. Stay with your lunge. Breathe for 3, 2. Take your hands to the mat. Kick your left leg back and up. Three-legged downward facing dog. Open your left hip. And then start to pivot to the outer edge of your right foot. Left foot steps behind. Look at your right hand. Use your left foot And then reach your left arm up and over. You can really avoid this ever going into your shoulders by keeping your gaze down on your hand. Use your left foot, press your hips out, and you've got that crescent moon shape. Use your left foot, dip your hips. That brings your shoulder behind your wrist, and then pivot back around. So it's safer that way. Come back into your plank. Knit your ribs, draw your belly, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, chaturanga, elbows straight back. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Excellent, come back, feel your left side, and downward facing dog. And draw the outer hips back, inner thighs up, still here, firm your back. And you got more space. And cross the shoulders and through the neck. And great job, everyone. Bring your big toes together. Lift your heels up. Bend your knees. Exhale, 2 steps to the top. And separate your feet so they're hip width apart. Peace fingers, hook your big toes. And draw your chest out. Inhale like a halfway lift. And exhale, come down, elbows. And you can turn out wide. Feet ground. Press your big toes into your peace fingers. And getting some good hamstring love. You're getting some excellent connection through your folding. The parasympathetic response does not mean that the posture is easy. It's actually pretty difficult. And to practice focus, awareness, and mindfulness in forward fold, because the sensations can be in some intense. And stay in your fold. Slide your right hand underneath your right foot. And then slide your left hand under your left foot. Toes to your wrists. Chin back down. You roll the toes down into your wrists. And breathe this back body so you're a little bit taller. And translates nicely into what you feel and what you present in your front. And when you build this trust relationship of openness, okay, it's like when somebody says, I got your back, right? This is saying you've got your own back. 3 more breaths in the fold. Bend your knees, slide your hands out, and give yourself a little room at the top of the mat. So take 2 steps back, big toes together, and then pop your heels, come into a double toe stand. Bend your legs. Knees together, hands on the ground, so our hands are going to stay down. And then we're just going to swivel the knees to the left, so our knees point to the left of the mat. And you turn your chest back towards the top of your mat. Okay, so it's just like a twist. It's what you've been doing in your chair twist. And then left elbow in front or outside your right thigh, and your left hand comes down onto the ground. Lean into your left hand. This can be enough, or set your right hand. Okay, use your core, deepen the flexion in your hips. Keep your knees up into your chest, and then start to lift your bum. Your right foot lifts first. Bend your arms. Okay, your body's like a teeter-totter, and then you're on the shelf, both feet lift, and then possibly straighten your legs out. Pull your heels back in and bring your feet back to the ground, and swivel your knees back to center and keep your hands on the ground. Shoulders away from your ears, tick-tock the clock, and move your head side to side. Catch your breath with your mind. Bring your head back to center, inhale, and turn your knees out to the right. So I'm pointing both knees off the right side of the mat, but the chest is coming back to the left top of the mat. And you don't be surprised if one side is a little more open than the other. And the right elbow goes in front of or outside the left thigh, even if you just put your right hand on the ground. And feel that first. Now the knees drawing up into the chest. Left hand goes down, right hand down, lift your bum. My left foot lifts first. Bend the arms, elbows in like chaturanga, and then stack the legs on top. Okay, the upper back supporting, possibly kick your legs out straight. And bring your feet back and down onto the ground. Everybody pivot back square. Great job. Hands on the ground. Inhale. And exhale, release, forward fold. Let it go. Hands on the back of the head. And separate your feet so they're hip width distance or even a little bit wider. If you need a little bend to your knees, carrying weight in your low back, and go ahead and support that. So there's your side crows. Feel your shoulders, feel your neck, release your hands down. Heel toe your feet back together. Big toes touch. Let's work on your crow. Straight up, hands flat, shoulder width. Pop the heels, turn your knees out. Right? This can be enough. And then you bring your knees to your upper arms above your elbows. Keep your elbows in behind your wrist. Slide your gaze. Look, I'm looking at the top edge of the mat. My hips are over my elbows, and the feet will float off the ground. Less strength, more breath. Keep drawing those heels into your bum for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet down, butt up, forward fold. Let it go. You're pretty deep in your fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Great job. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And feel this, standing upright, palms together. Just let your gaze come back into focus. And then step your right foot forward 2 feet. Lift your left leg up, toppling tree, and take your left hand to the mat. Reach your right arm to the sky. You've done multiple iterations of this. Kick through your heels and keep that left leg in line with your torso. Curl your left heel into your bum, reach back with your right hand, and then catch the outside of your left foot with your right hand. And right leg standing is as straight as you can, and lift your left knee a little higher. And gaze down, softly release your left foot to the ground. Right hand to the mat. Good. Right foot forward, left foot, big step back. Lower your knee down into a low lunge. Set your left hand flat and twist. Reach your right arm up. And curl your left heel in. Reach back. As you can tell, we've been wringing it out. And your right hand to your left foot once again. Feel it in the top of your left thigh. Lower your hips, shoulders down. Elevate your chin. Nice, you guys. Gaze and right hand back to the top. Tuck your back toes, lift your left knee, kick your right leg forward facing dog. Take your right big toe on the back of your left ankle, press your left heel down, and draw your belly in. So that left knee is going to go above your left elbow for the arm balance. Walk your hands back a few inches, and then bring your right foot back inside. So even practice here. Lift your left leg up, it's lighter. Bring your left knee above your left elbow. You can hold there and breathe, or now bend the arms, drag the back foot, slide the gaze forward, and float your right leg up for 3, 2, step back, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, press back. Great job, downward facing dog. Outer hips back, inner thighs up, firm your belly in. Deep breath right here. Inhale. As you exhale, walk your feet forward, walk your hands back. You're in the middle of your mat. Hands to your waist. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, lead with your heart. Come all the way up. And focus your gaze, head above your heart, palms together in front of your heart center. And a nice little flutter in your beat and your chest, and take a step 2 feet forward on your left foot. Lift your right leg, and as you hinge, it's like warrior 3. Now take your right hand down and reach your left arm up. The less weight you put down into your right hand, and the better. Kick through your heels in one straight line from your right heel all the way through the crown of your head. Curl your right heel into your bum, reach back with your left hand, catch the outside of your foot. Standing leg straight, and then draw your right knee behind the hip. And feel it in your legs. Breathe out that resistance. And gently bring your gaze and left hand back to the mat. And step your right foot down next to your left. Awesome. Inhale, lift halfway, lips sealed. And exhale, left foot, little step forward, right foot steps back, lower your right knee down onto the ground. Right hand sets flat out in front, twist, reach your left arm up. Heart stays lifted. Curl your right heel in, we'll get after it again. Grab for the outside of your foot. Okay, now this time on your knee, and hips roll down. And shoulders back, chest through, and we can let the head come back and the gaze go up. So we've had several opportunities. You need to wake up the low belly 3 inches below the belly button, and to let go through the hips to release the tension, the shoulders, the neck, the posterior chain. And bring your gaze down, belly in, left hand back to the top. And curl your back toes, lift off of your right knee. Press the mat away, kick your left leg back and up, 3-legged dog. And your left big toe goes onto the back of your right ankle. Okay, so you're assisting that release. And set the heel down. And then bring your left foot back inside your right. Lift your right leg back up, 3-legged dog. Walk your hands back a few inches. And setting you up for the arm balance. Right knee comes above your right elbow. You can hold it there, right? Or set it on the shelf. Bend your arms, drag your back foot, and then lift it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, step or shoot back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Excellent. Come back, downward facing dog. Outer hips back, inner thighs up, belly in. Put a little bend to your knees. And then wag your tail side to side. Wag your tail. Pretty deep, everybody. Heels heavy. Legs straight, big toes together. You can either walk to your bum, or lift your heels, bend your knees, and jump through into your bum. Reach your legs out in front of you, and set your hands beside your hips. And so your fingertips point forward, plug into your hands, lift your heart up. Wonderful. Bend your legs so that your feet come flat. Feel your hands. I didn't move them. And then start to lift your bum up and invert your tabletop. Right now, if you're too short, okay, waddle your hands back, press through your heels, and exhale, and pull your hips up. Press through your palms, feel your hamstrings. And then swing your hips back in between your wrists, straighten your legs, hover your bum. Plug into your hands, press into your heels, butt is off the mat. Lift your heart center for 3, 2, and 1. Set your bum down. Inhale, reach your arms up, and bring the sole of your left foot to your inner right thigh, tree legs, and feel that space. Reach forward and grab for the sole of your right foot. All right, your body is open. Lift your heart on the inhale, and then left hand can reach for the outside of your right foot on the exhale. Right hand comes beside your right hip. Pull your heart up, shoulders down. Feel your sit bones on the ground, that stability, and then trust for your spine, right arm behind your low back. And you can work your fingertips to your left hip crease. Okay, you're lengthening. And then as you exhale, twist. Nice. Come back to center. Inhale. And bring your left hand behind you. Okay, kickstand. Roll up onto your left shin. And lift your hips. Reach your right arm up and back. Helicopter circles with your right arm. Take it back. Take it all the way around. And feel the chest, feel the shoulder. Go a little faster with that right arm. Circles. And draw your belly in. Go ahead and sit back down onto your bum. And kick your left leg straight. Inhale, reach both arms up. Sole of your right foot, inner left thigh. And feel that space. Exhale, reach for your left foot, ankle or shin. Knee nice and open, breath, chest is up. And then right hand to the outside, the pinky toe side of your left foot. Take your left hand back by your hip and ground your seat. Slide your chest through. So we're taking the curve out of the spine. And that means we're lifting out of the low back. And then as you exhale, and rotate your rib cage. Ooh, feel that underneath your right shoulder, down your back. Left arm behind your low spine, fingertips working around. And shoulders down, breathe here. I'd say fairly intense, breathe into it. Any step along the way, breathe into it. With your inhale, come back to center. Left hand around, take your right hand back behind you. Kickstand, roll up onto your right shin. And left toes down, reach your left arm back. And make those helicopter circles with your left arm. And feel your chest. And feel your shoulder. And then you can pick up the pace, make a little faster. And circle with your left arm. Great. Slowly belly in. Bring your bum back down onto the ground. And kick both legs out straight in front of you. And with your inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, belly in, hinge, and reach over the tops of your feet. And so your toes come into your wrist. If not, peace fingers to big toes, legs straight. Okay, now once you have that, slide your heart up. And draw your low belly in. And then exhale. And start to round your spine and fold. And so what'd you get today? You got a lot of forward folds. You got a lot of twists. And hopefully you feel a deep, deep release. And that is blended with a calm and centered and grounded perspective. And by the time we leave our mat today, right? Not necessarily the practice you're going to jump off your mat and do cartwheels down the street, but the one where you're going to feel really chill. You turn on some good music. If you're at home or if you're driving and you're just feeling yourself and feeling everything a little bit more calmly in your flow. Inhale, lift your chest up. And exhale, release your hands. And cross your legs, one shin in front of the other. And if you'd like a sip of water, please go ahead and take a sip. And right shin in front of your left shin. And set up for modified double pigeon. And pull the flesh of the bum out. Feel your sit bones ground. And then take your arms forward. And if you can, go flat.
And low belly, chest, forehead down towards the ground. And so we give the outer hips a fair shake. And we ask of them to support and standing every step. But then also give them the opportunity to release. So feel the multifaceted approach. It's never all about strength. It's never all about flexibility. It's a blended awareness. And to see what you're seeing, feel what you're feeling, and breathe with it all. At least while you're on your mat. It's good practice. Not to exclude, but to include. Feel the neck, feel the shoulders. Take 3 more breaths. Now that twisting takes you even deeper. Crawl your hands back in. Ooh, take your time. Feel the line of your spine stack. You might be getting some of those in release points. Switch. Left shin in front of your right shin. And when I say release points, I mean the reference into your mind. Your mind is understanding that something is releasing. Crawl your hands forward. And then you can literally sit in the change, in the state of your being that is now versus when you started your practice today. Take your time, deep breath, start to walk your hands back in. As you roll back into the stack of your spine. Such a great feeling. Super calm, shoulders soft, uncross your legs. And scoot your bum forward. Let's go ahead and lie down onto your backs, please. And check in with this feeling as you lie down onto your back. And once the ground is supporting you, and then you can feel the expansion through your front body across your hips and all the way from the tops of the feet and to the top of your chest. Make any adjustments, either in your hips for your low back, in your shoulders, and for your neck and for your arms, and so that you can lie down and rest comfortably and with your arms by your sides and your palms facing up. I said, I hope you feel a calm, and ground and rooted in direction through your experience today. You need to be in this flow and bring it with you on a Friday afternoon. And take care of yourselves. Don't forget to hydrate and incorporate some rest and relaxation. I know there's a lot going on out there. You can take your time in your Shavasana. An extra 5 minutes might be exactly in what you've fallen into today. And have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. In peace. Namaste.